What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dave Drakes, and we're back. Not sure quite what this format's going to be, but I just know I had to talk to my homegirl that you guys know and love, obviously. So this is going to be something kind of new. We're going to try it out, see if it's worthy and gets enough attention to where we can branch it out and move it to another sort of its own hemisphere, give it its own name, give it its own zhuzh. But for right now, you're just going to hear us talk and babble and work through some of these technical difficulties. So my co-host needs no introduction. You know her, you love her, you followed her for many, many years, and she's obviously never winning your heart when it comes to the WMX lineup. It's the one and only Miss Jordan Jarvis. Jordan,
I
welcome.
take full blame for the technical difficulties. That's my fault. My bad. We're gonna work on it though. We're gonna get it better.
We'll
That's for
get it
sure.
better. I mean, yeah, we
Yeah.
gotta figure out a name. We gotta figure out what we want to do. But we just know that we have to
Yep.
talk and just do this on a regular basis. So
Yeah.
that's what we're coming to you with. So this is probably going to be a really cool sort of wrap up discussion, maybe some industry drama, maybe some news, maybe our thoughts and brain dumps on stuff. So it's going to be a unique amalgam of different things that we're going to come up with to kind of go over and discuss. I'm excited to do this. We've been talking about it for a long time, so I want to get right into it. First, give me the quick recap because we had the first three races of 2025.
Mhm.
I just want to hear a quick breakdown. A lot happened. A lot happened that people maybe weren't aware of. We've seen the clips here and there of the races, but I want to hear from the horse's mouth, the podium finisher, how it's gone so far, what your thoughts are, and I want to hear all of it.
It's not been a great start to the year. We're gonna be honest right here, Dave. You know most of the insider tea right here, but it's not been
It's
a good
tough.
year so far. Going into the first round at Paula Fox Raceway, I've been having some issues with my back, and it's gotten actually really bad recently. So I'm trying to get that figured out. Hopefully before Loretta's, that's ideal. But going into it, I felt okay. West Coast have never really been my tracks out there, so I was not expecting a ton, but I was expecting to at least ride well. Went out for
Yeah.
practice, and my back was bad. I was in excruciating pain. I ended up
Mm.
stealing my dad's kidney belt to make it through the weekend, and I was so
Oof.
frustrated with myself after the first moto, just not riding good, trying to ride through the pain and just not riding very good. That is when I stole the kitty
Mm.
belt. So being that frustrated with myself going into the second moto, I was like, all right, we gotta figure something out. We gotta do better than a fourth. Um, and part of my problem was
Mm.
is I started too far back, and by the time I got into fourth, it was already a bit of a gap to third, and I don't really ride super well in that position. Like if I'm in the middle of the battle the whole time, I'm going to be clicking off fast lap times. But you kind of get in your own headspace, and it's kind of the same thing up front.
Mm.
When you get out front, you're just kind of pacing the person behind you. You're not necessarily following what you should be doing.
Yeah.
So kind of the same thing,
Mhm.
just a little farther back. So I knew I needed to get up a little bit sooner, get a better start, and everything like that. And I actually ended up getting a really good start, passed into the lead, I don't know, first couple corners or something like that, and held the lead for maybe a lap or two, and then it just kind of stayed right in the battle the whole time. Me and Turner had a good battle there for a little bit. She got around me,
Mhm.
but I ended up getting back around her. I wasn't done with it yet, and I started pushing forward towards the front as much as I could. And I think I went 4-2 on the day, so third overall in the first race. Not a bad weekend. Not ideal, but not a bad weekend.
Not for how you felt coming in with the back injury, and like you're probably in like the 99th percentile. Like 90% of people are gonna say I don't like West Coast moto tracks. Like
Yeah.
for a practice week, sure, but the way they prep them for Nats, it's such a different feel, especially for an East Coast rider, right? Like
Yeah.
it's such a different vibe. Not even a lot of the guys liked it. So yeah, it's such a weird one. Was there anybody, I guess, from the first race that kind of surprised you with like, oh wow, like I didn't, because I think when people talk about their top three, you're always in the conversation of their top three. Like any one of like, if there's three people that could win a title, JJ's name is always in there. Is there somebody that popped in to this crop that you're like, wow, I did not expect them to be this fast or kind of give me a run for my money?
Michaela Nielsen is actually surprising me quite a bit this year. I've always known she
She
was
was my
fast. I
pick too.
raced with
Yeah.
her. Yeah, I raced with her over in Australia and everything, but it
Hmm.
seems like it's just kind of clicked. Now she is a West Coast girl, and they are West Coast tracks.
Mm,
Um,
yeah.
so we'll see if that changes when we come back to the East Coast here in oh
Mhm.
gosh, a little over a month, I think. Um,
Mhm.
so we'll see if that changes. But regardless, she's doing awesome. She definitely surprised me. Everybody else is kind of where I expected them to be. Charlie Cannon's still dealing with a finger injury as well. So
Mhm.
I imagine she's going to get it a little bit quicker, but I don't think she's going to be anywhere close to the same speed she was over when we raced against her in Australia. Um,
Mm.
Kind of the same way we aren't running the same speed in Australia that we do here. Just
Yeah.
home field, our own bikes, our own, just that kind of style.
You know the tracks. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We know what
Yeah.
to expect for the most part. Especially Ironman for the most part because we raced that last year for the WMX, so we'll have a good idea of that one. But no,
Yeah.
Michaela's killing it this year.
That track baffles me.
I have mixed feelings about that track. If it rains, it's awful. The dirt is so sticky. It is one of the hardest tracks to ride when it rains,
Mm.
just because every time you go into a corner and you sit down to lean into it, it just wants to pull you even farther. And if you put your foot down, you're going with it. There's not saving a dab if it's
Yeah.
muddy there. It's not happening.
Yeah.
You're going down with the bike.
So the dirt and the massive jumps freak me out. Like every time I go to that track, I'm like, dude, this is literally an MX versus ATV track. Like
I
everything
don't
is
think the jumps are really
massive.
that bad.
Everything is, oh,
Well, the
dude. Again, pro racer, freaking Jordan Jarvis, of course, dude. You're like, oh, they're easy. We just scrub them. Like, yeah,
no,
work for
I'm
you,
not gonna
dude.
say they're easy by any means. I mean, the one table in the middle is big, but you got a huge run up to it. And then when I
Yeah.
retracted my statement, I was thinking about the table down after the start. The table up's not bad after the rollers.
Oh,
The table up
really?
isn't bad. It's down that's hard. Hard
Is it
going
because it's
down.
blind?
No, it's wide open, and if you don't get all the way
Oh, because
over
you.
it, you
Mm,
case it and you bounce
yeah,
all the way to the bottom of the hill.
all the way down.
Now imagine doing that when it's
Okay.
muddy and it's rutted at the bottom of the hill. Yeah.
No, no, no,
Yeah.
no, no. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one track that like people talk about. Like, yeah, if you can have your lineup of like riding the pro national tracks throughout a day or something, that one's never makes my list.
No.
I never. That
No.
one's always like it's a
Mm-mm.
cool facility. Don't get me wrong, but that track never makes me like, you know what? I want to ride some dangerous shit today. Like,
No,
that's not it.
it's a
So.
tough track. No, it's very tough. Last year we didn't actually get to do those two step ups. They cut them out for us. So I'm
Mm,
curious to see what they're gonna do. So far they've cut out every other track we've ridden. Well, Thunder Valley they didn't because we ran on Pro Day. But
hmm
if the initial plan when we rode on Friday, they were cutting a section out. So I'm curious to see
Why?
if they're gonna. I don't know. I've had this argument myself because if they weren't using that section at all, that's one thing. Like, okay, I get it. You don't want to prep the track just for us. Fair enough, right?
Yeah,
No, the press guys
yeah.
ride the full track. They ride the full track.
Oh my gosh.
They just, from what I've heard and what I've seen by talking to a couple of different people, they think it's because there isn't flaggers in that section. But I mean, if that's really the case, you'd be like, "Hey, can we get some volunteers for to flag in this section for the WMX race?" And I guarantee you, some people would do it.
Something
Um,
for a
but I don't
T-shirt
know.
at least. Dude, something. Come
Yeah,
on, like, come on.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly, I don't know why they don't do it. I think personally, it's kind of dumb. We aren't technically a pro class. We're WMX, so we're not technically pro,
Oh, jeez.
but we are as close as
Mm.
pro as you can get at the moment. And we're getting paid
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff like that. So I really feel like we should be doing the full track. I mean, if Thunder Valley showed you, we can do
Really?
it for
Yeah.
sure. There's no doubt
And
about
you
that. We can
ladies
definitely ride the
are.
track.
Oh, for sure. You ladies are more than capable of doing everything at speed. Like you've qualified for,
Yeah.
you've raced a national. So yeah, all that stuff. Which, by the way, I'm really pissed you're not going to Southwick. But I understand. I get it. I get it.
Funny
But
you
yeah.
said
Sorry.
something
Walk me
about
through.
nationals. That was the tea I wanted to talk
Okay.
to you
Okay.
about. So that was perfect
Okay.
segue.
Hold on. Hold on. Okay, just give me
Mm.
like 1 minute of
Yep.
the other two races because we had a crazy crash, and
Yep. Yep.
then
Yep. Yep.
we had Thunder Valley. So give me those two, and then we'll get right into the drama.
Okay. So Thunder Valley. Um, Practice started okay. It wasn't. I'm sorry, not Thunder Valley. Hangtown.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Practice started
Mm-hmm.
okay. Not great. I've never really enjoyed that track. I've never really rode my best there. So going into it, I also wasn't feeling great. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I went out for the second practice, I think, and I got out there ahead of everybody else. And I was like, okay, I got to go. I got to make some time up. I need just a little bit more time. I normally get faster in the race, so I just wanted to better my gate pick, essentially. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and the big uphill triple, not the
Mm-hmm.
one that the video happened on, the other one farther
Mm-hmm.
back in the track before the rollers at the bottom where the half pipe used to be or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
For us, we had a double before it, and they took it out for the guys, which I'm not totally sure why, but we had a double before it that made it really, really tough to get all the way over it. And
Mm.
I was struggling to get all the way over it. Now it's kind of a tabletop on the third portion of it. So if you case it, it didn't
Mm-hmm.
feel great, but it wasn't awful.
Mm.
I put in 2-3 laps or something like that were okay, and I was putting in a heater, and there was a girl in front of me that was going up that jump, and she was looking super indecisive or whatever, and she kind of moved over last second, and I just made a dumb decision and tried to go for it anyways. I thought I had enough to get on top, and I didn't, and I came up short really,
Mm-hmm.
really bad and screwed my back up worse. I
Mm.
was still wearing the kidney belt at this point too, because I was like, I might as well keep wearing it until I can get my back figured out. So it was bad. I was in a ton of pain. I had the chiropractor that goes to all the nationals. I had
Mm-hmm.
Donnie Lewis from Yamaha looking for him. I had Brad from FXR looking for. I had so many people looking for him to see if he was at the race. He got there like 15
Yeah.
minutes before we were supposed to be down for the moto. No, it was probably like 10 minutes.
Mm.
He walked straight over my pits and he was like, "All right, let's do this," because I needed some sort of relief. I was jammed up bad.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
pulled my cooler out, Dave. That is what he used as a table to crack my back, was my monster cooler, because
Oh.
he wasn't carrying a table around or anything like that, and we didn't have another
Yeah.
table that would really
Mm-hmm.
be good enough for that. That'd be able to hold my weight up and stuff like that. So we just pulled the monster cooler out.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a rough like grip tape on the top that I was laying basically
Oh.
on straight on my back with, and he was cracking my back on that.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, he's not gentle about it, but he did it. He got that pop out. It was
Yeah.
very, very necessary, very needed. It was a loud pop.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I get
Jeez.
that done. I get my gear back on. I go down to the line. My dad had already walked down to make sure I got my gate. So ride down there,
Mm-hmm.
get set up, everything like that. I don't have a great jump off the line. I was probably like sixth or seventh or something. Um, and
Mm-hmm.
I knew, I was like, all right, I got to make some time up quick. This is, this first lap is really, really important. This is kind of what happened at Paula.
Mm-hmm.
I waited too long to get moving. So I was like, I got to get
Yeah.
moving. I was trying to make a pass going down that long downhill right after the start. And
Mm-hmm.
the girl that I was trying to pass, that I had assumed that I was going to get around just because I'm a bit faster than she is. I was assuming that she was going to check up
Mm-hmm.
quicker. She didn't.
Yeah.
She held it on and got a little loose and a little swirly in the rut because she held it on longer than she normally does. So I think it freaked her out a little bit. Um,
Mm.
but it messed me up because she banged into that corner and double clutched it, triple clutched it, whatever, and all kinds of stuff like that. And if you didn't have the speed to get over that jump, you weren't. It was a bad case. It was a real
Yeah.
uphill
Yeah.
triple, and you needed a
Mm-hmm.
perfect corner to get over that. And I didn't, and I
Yeah.
had already messed my back up early in the day. So I decided not to go
Mm.
for it, and unfortunately, I got landed on.
Oh.
Yeah, got landed on. Had a full 250 on my back and bounced that off like it was nothing. No, Dave,
Yeah.
you're gonna have
Easy
to
work.
put the video
Whatever.
in for that part of it.
Yeah. Right.
No, it definitely wasn't
Oh.
nothing. I messed up my brand new 60 helmet. I'm really bummed about that. That was a really cool helmet.
Mm.
But the guys over at
Mm.
60, they were nice. They were great. They actually just sent me a brand new helmet, so we're all good. Got a new helmet.
Nice.
Um,
Nice. Yeah.
Had my kidney belt on and still got some gnarly road rash through the kidney belt. So God knows what would have happened if I didn't have that
Jeez.
on.
Yeah.
Broke my finger, split my chin open. It's looking pretty good right now. Um, so some more
Okay.
battle scars for the trophy case there. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
some two hematomas on my back, pretty decent sized hematomas. But other than that, not too bad. Um, now I'm just dealing with the back issues that I had before.
Were people freaking out like when they saw that happen? Were they like running up to your
Oh
bed
yeah.
afterwards and like,
Well, so
oh,
I actually got up quick. Quick. After that happened, I remember hitting the ground and looking up, and I was facing towards the landing of the jump so I could see the landing. And there was a girl coming
mhm,
straight for me, and I remember just crossing my arms and rolling off the side of the track to get out of the way.
yeah,
But then I get up, and everybody else is either still down or in shock, basically, and I'm yelling at the
yeah,
flaggers. I'm sorry about that if that was you guys. Um, I was yelling at the flaggers to help me get, because there was a bike on top of my bike, and I could not lift up either
mm,
bike at the moment because it was hurting me so bad.
yeah,
So I was yelling at them to get her
yeah,
bike off mine, and then I had to yell at them to help me get my bike up. So I get my bike up and I ride the half lap or whatever to get over the mechanics area to my dad, have him straighten my bars out because my bars had dropped all the way down. So he just rotated my bars up. I took off, and the bike sounded
mhm,
funny. Um, it sounded
mhm.
really weird, and I got to literally the exact spot I got landed on, and my bike blew up. So then I had to push the bike back. Then I pushed the bike
Oh my
back, and I'm
gosh.
sitting on the side of the track. And Christina Denny, who's the team manager for Team USA, and also is a big part of the WMX, was sitting over there, kind of waiting for me. I hand my bike off to my dad, and I'm starting to take my stuff off. And I didn't know what I looked like at the time. I didn't even know what I looked like after because they cleaned me up after I went to the ambulance. But I ended up getting some pictures of me sitting on a hay bale. After that happened, I was taking my stuff off, and I had blood all down my chin. It's all over my jersey, my neck brace, everything like that. So I look like I went a couple rounds with a train and lost. Um, so yeah.
Yeah, those
So
pictures were pretty.
everybody.
They were brutal.
Yeah, they were pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
I don't think I've gotten that many oh my god, you're freaking nuts looks in my life than I had in that one day when I told everybody
Mhm.
I was coming back out for the second moto. Um, everybody came up to me and was like, "You got to be kidding me! You're not going back out for that moto." I was like, "Yes, I am. I got points to make up. I
Yeah.
can't lose that many
I need
points.
those points.
I need those
Yeah. So
points."
the girl that
Uh,
landed on you, was she okay? Like what was her
yes,
status like
everybody else
after
was
the
okay.
crash? What were her thoughts? Uh-huh.
Everybody else was okay. Thankfully, I got the worst. In a way, I'm kind of
Mm,
glad I did because I'm able to deal with a lot of pain. As you know, Dave, you know me well enough.
mm,
I'm not very
yeah.
nice to myself. I don't normally know when to quit. Um, so
Yeah,
I'm glad
yeah.
nobody else got hurt or anywhere near as bad as I did. Everybody else was more so just bruises and some small cuts and stuff like that, but nothing compared to what
Mm,
I had. That's for sure. But no, she
yeah,
felt
yeah.
bad. Her and her dad, we parked next to them. So they felt
Oh,
horrible. They felt horrible, and I was like, don't
yeah.
don't even worry about it. Like, I'm okay. Things happen. Even if I didn't get landed on, I wasn't finishing that race regardless because my bike was gonna blow up one way or another. So you're good. Like it is what
Mm,
it is. I'm okay. There,
yeah, yeah.
it's okay. It happens. Um,
Sheesh.
but yeah,
That's crazy.
I went over to the ambulance after the race because they took me straight up there. Obviously, because like I said at the time, I didn't know, but I had blood
Yeah,
pouring
yeah.
down my chin. Now I knew I cut my chin
Ah.
because I could feel it. Because after it happened, my chin felt very wet, and I just knew. Um,
Mhm,
I
mhm.
didn't know the extent of it, that's for sure. But they took me up to clean me up, or whatever,
Yeah.
and I had a wrap on my back from the hematomas and the road rash, and they had
Mhm,
gauzed my put gauze and stuff on my chin, and they were taking me back. And I remember we were
mhm,
passing by the quad lock tent, and Charlie Cannon was sitting right
mhm,
there, and I was riding past, and I had looked over at her, and jaw dropped. She was like, "What happened?" And I was like, "I got
Oh
landed
man.
on." So none of them even really knew. My dad's back in the pits at
Yeah.
this point, and he's tearing my bike apart. And I didn't obviously
Mhm.
know this at the time because I wasn't there, but somebody asked him, he's like, "What are you doing?" And he said, "Oh, I'm swapping motors." And they're like, "Why? You think she's going to go back out and race?" And he goes, "Well, I guess I don't really know that, do I?" And he's like, "Well, I guess I kind of need to find out, but I'm going to keep going just in case." So I'm riding back, and
Yeah, yeah.
I'm on the side by side, and they notice that I'm coming up, and they're like, "Jordan, are you racing this next moto?" And I said, "F yeah, I am. I got
Oh,
points I gotta keep."
yeah.
And he goes, "Yeah, that's what I
Yep.
thing. And then he went back to the bike, and then everyone else was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, yeah.
Seriously? And I was like, "Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
got."
honestly, I once the adrenaline's going and like and you are in contention, at that point to like be able to win a title, like yeah, it's every point counts. So while you are crazy, like I get it. Like, you are
No.
one of the, you know.
I mean, unfortunately, it did end up, I think, taking me for the most part out of contention for at least the title.
Unfortunately.
The podium is still up for grabs for sure. I'm sitting with, because you get two throwaway motos. I'm sitting
Hmm.
with a second, a fourth, a DNF six, and a three. So I
Mm,
toss the DNF and the six away, and I'm sitting like second, third, fourth. So I'm
that's
right there for the most part. I'm out of,
honestly
like I said, pretty much out of
but
contention for the win.
however, I honestly, mathematically, I feel like anything can happen, especially for the
Oh,
East Coast tracks
absolutely.
where
Yeah.
they're rip deep. People are getting their Loretta's training in. Some people might rise to the top that you really didn't think about, which may cause people who are in the front to kind of falter a little bit. So you never know. So I'm still holding out
Yeah.
faith in that one.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
yeah,
It's
but it's still cool that you were able to rally and still make Thunder Valley and still do all
yeah,
that
Thunder
stuff.
Valley was cool. I had some help on that one. The third was
Yeah.
definitely aided. But it,
Yeah.
it is what it is. I was
We'll
hanging tough.
we'll take it. We'll
Yo,
take it.
yeah. Yeah, yo, absolutely. I was hanging tough
Yeah,
in
yeah,
fifth.
yeah.
I
Yep.
still extremely banged up. Still had some gnarly road rash going.
Mhm.
Finger was very black and blue still. The chin was okay for the most part. The chin's been, even though it probably looked the worst, not a problem at all. It
Mhm.
hasn't been even the slightest bit of a problem. But no,
Mm.
I was hanging tough in fifth. I wasn't too far off at the beginning, and then I started cramping because I was riding all kinds of goofy with between my back and my finger and everything like that because it's my clutch finger that I broke. So I was riding all kinds of weird.
Mm.
So I started cramping, and I lost a little bit of pace, but came around that last lap and I saw yellow flags, and I said, "Oh God, please." I hope they fell over, and
Nothing
I
at
hope
this
they took
podium.
each other out. I was hoping it was one of them. If and not, like I was like, oh man, if it's
Yeah,
both would be really nice, but one would be good right now. And come around and see both of them laying
yeah.
there. I was like, oh, all
Yep.
right, all right,
Yes.
Jordan, I got half a lap. Keep it going.
Thank you,
You got
God.
half a lap. Get your shit together and let's go.
Yeah.
Because I was on cruise control at
Oh
that point,
man.
so I had gotten up and I saw Michaela getting up. Like she was already up, but the bike wouldn't start, and I'd made it around the top corner.
Yeah.
And I started going downhill, and I saw her, riding back on the track. I was like, oh, you couldn't have given me a little bit longer. I was like, okay, all right. I got half a lap. I can do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a long half a
Mhm.
lap because I was cramping bad. I was cramping bad.
Oh, especially at altitude. Yeah, where the air's all thin and yeah, you're trying to suck in wind. Yeah, it's tough.
Whew, excuse me. Yeah, honestly, I've never had a problem with altitude. It's never been an issue for me. And honestly,
Really?
I don't know. I don't think that. I mean, I guess it could have contributed because I was already kind of riding goofy from all the injuries. But I've never really
Hmm.
had any issues with altitude before.
I don't notice it until like the end of the day. Like when AJ and I went to Utah and we were walking up the steps to like what Rice Eccles Stadium, whatever that is.
Mm.
I think that's the one it is. We were going up the stairs to like watch like the mains or something. and we got to the second step and we were huffing and puffing. We were like, oh,
Okay,
dude, it
okay,
just
wait,
hit me.
no, hold
Like,
on.
oh,
Walking around, I notice it. Walking around, I
uh-huh.
notice it, but on the track, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know how that makes sense.
Gotcha.
It's always been that way, even when I was up at, like, I raced Mammoth for, I don't know, 2, 3 years or something. Mammoth's at like 7, 8,000 elevation, so twice as high
Yeah.
as Thunder Valley, and I didn't notice it riding there either, but walking around, oh my gosh, I was wheezing.
Mm,
really,
yeah.
really makes me question my athleticism when I'm walking around and wheezing at that point. But then I'm like, okay, well, everybody else is doing it, so I can't feel too bad.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. That's yeah. It's gnarly. But okay, we got the recap. Stoked you ladies got on main broadcast. Yeah, it's I'm excited for this season. There's so many fast girls out there, so many cool opportunities, and we're cheering for you hard the whole way. Let's break into the drama, JJ, because I know you want to spill some
hmm
stuff. Let's chat. Let's
Yes,
chat.
yes, yes, yes,
Let's
yes.
chat.
So it's about High Point.
Okay.
I was so excited to race High Point. I was really bummed out that I was still banged up, as banged up
Uh-huh.
as I am. Like I said, I've been still really dealing with a ton of back problems, a lot of back pain.
Uh-huh.
Going down and up those hills didn't feel very good on the back. And
Oh,
then
for sure.
those rollers were tough on my finger because I was, my index finger, I was having trouble bending from where I broke it. So I broke this
Uh-huh.
finger like right here. So I couldn't really
Uh-huh.
bend my finger around the bar. So it was just kind of sticking straight out.
Uh-huh.
So I'm basically
Yeah.
down to 2 fingers because I'm clutching with my middle finger at the moment. So
Uh-huh.
going through those rollers that are deep and slimy and wet and all kinds of stuff like that with 2 fingers is
Uh-huh.
tough. It's very tough.
Oh, yeah.
But regardless, I made it through. I think I qualified like 69th or something, so not great. Not
Uh-huh.
last, not great, but I get down to the motos. I'm sorry, I get down to the LCQ, um, and I miss the first turn pile up and go into the second turn, and people are cutting the track that causes another pile up in the rut that I'm already in.
Uh-huh.
So I'm sitting there waiting for people to move, basically. Other people are cutting the track, so
Uh-huh.
I was playing catch up from the beginning. I think it was second lap, maybe third lap or something like that. I was in 20th and making up time on the people that were ahead of me,
Uh-huh.
and I fell over. Um, I fell over, and I think I lost a couple of positions, so I finished like 24th or something. So
Mm.
a bummer, a real bummer. But all things considering, not too bad. Made me feel a little bit better. I lost some confidence in myself for the last couple of years, thinking that I'd lost some speed. Um, but then I look
Uh-huh.
at the other people who were in that LCQ, and that LCQ is freaking ridiculous. How many people, like, how stacked it was. So it made me feel a little
Yeah.
bit better. I was still
Uh-huh.
riding decent, and all those people were still in the LCQ as well with me. So it made me feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
that's kind
yeah.
of that's how I thought the weekend ended. And now
Oh.
we get to the tea, Dave. We might need to cut
Okay.
bits and
Let's
pieces
get
of
it.
this part out. Um, I get a text from one of my friends asking if I know this name, and I said no.
Uh-huh.
Didn't, for whatever reason, didn't really follow up on it. And then a couple days
Uh-huh.
later, I was staying with a friend of mine in PA, and one of
Uh-huh.
the friends that we're both mutually friends with sends my friend a message and a picture of something and said, "Hey, did you see this?" And it's a Facebook post of someone who is complaining that I got in to race High Point. And I was like, okay, what is this about? So, yep.
I
So,
yes. Okay. Yep. Yep.
so looking at it, basically, now this isn't word for word, but it's pretty damn close. Basically, I got special treatment for being a woman, and that's why I got in. And how dare I take a spot from a well able bodied man who is doing the full series,
Uh-huh.
and I am hurt, and also a woman who's not doing the full series. So how dare I take a spot from a man? Did we go back to the
Uh-huh.
60s, Dave? And did I not realize this? Where are women's rights?
So
Am I supposed to be back in the
so I
kitchen?
saw, dude. It drove me nuts to see that. It's like, do you not watch the sport? Did this chick not qualify for like
Yep.
the last couple of years? Are we not like? What are you talking about? And if you're and if you were taking a spot, go faster than her. You're not going faster. Like, you know what I mean? Like, shut up, dude. Shut
So,
up. You're not. You're not, very few people, very few percentage of the world can go
Dave,
faster
I
than you.
love I
I
love
don't
how
know how.
mad you're getting already, and we're not even to the really good comment
Oh,
yet. We're not even to the really good
I
part
no,
yet.
I saw it. I saw
No.
that, and I was gonna comment, and I was like, you know what? Mm-mm, no, no, no. Just let him talk, and then
See,
I'll.
I tried. I was going to comment, but he posted that in a
Mhm.
part of a Facebook group. They wouldn't let me
Yes.
join.
Yep.
I requested to join the
Oh.
group because I was going to say something, and they never accepted it.
Light them up.
I
Yeah,
wanted
yeah,
to. I said to my friend, I was like, man, I kind of want to start some shit today. But they didn't let me
yeah,
in, so I
yeah.
didn't start nothing. But now
Mm.
we get to the really juicy tea, Dave. Here's the parts that we might need
Hmm.
to edit a little bit. So I get to Unadilla
Okay,
this
okay.
weekend for my regional, and I had stayed with a friend all week. My
Hmm.
dad was in Jersey, so we hadn't spent any
Hmm.
time together.
Hmm.
And I was telling my dad about
Hmm.
this Facebook post, and he tells me
Hmm.
that he wasn't the first person to say something. And I was like, what? I didn't see anything else other than, there was some people that reposted it and was like, what is this guy talking about? Like defending me. But I didn't really see
Hmm.
anything else. So I was like, what are you talking about? This was the first one. He goes, no, it wasn't. There was somebody that made a video. And I said, a video? We can put the name in, but you're probably going to have to cut it out because I don't want to start shit, but I want to
Okay.
talk about it.
Don't worry, we can edit. Made a video?
So the
Oh,
video is still
dude.
up. It is still up. I thought he changed it because my dad ripped into him talking about it, wanting to change it, and I can read to you because I
Yeah.
messaged him. I said,
Uh-huh.
I want to know what this comment was because my dad said he made a comment, and
Uh-huh.
I waited for him to respond to me, and he
Uh-huh.
said this. This is what he said to me, right? So this is his words. He
Uh-huh.
said, I don't
Uh-huh.
recall exactly what it was. Whatever it was not meant as any disrespect to you. It had something to, It had something to do with me thinking you got special treatment because MX Sports wanted a gay athlete to compete during Pride Month. He said this in a video.
Oh, Jesus, dude.
He said, I didn't know you signed up months ago.
Really?
I don't care if you are gay, straight, or whatever. I respect what you do on a dirt bike and your toughness. You are the only woman racer in my lifetime to race nationals and qualify. You deserve to be in. Hopefully, you are not mad. Like I said, I have nothing but respect and admiration for you on a dirt bike. You are a savage. First off, let's talk about this. Let's talk
Okay.
about this.
Yeah, so I I I feel torn because at least he was man enough to do like the apology. So like a lot of people would just hide behind and just like not reply. So appreciate that. But
Yes.
yeah, just all of the other stuff,
Uh-huh.
everything else that you said, I was like, what the what?
So,
What, dude? Really?
yeah, I
Really?
appreciate that he commented back, but what I didn't appreciate
Yeah.
about it was the fact that he was like, "Oh, no offense. Like this I didn't mean any offense by this.
Yeah.
How
I'm
is anybody
offended.
supposed to take that any other way? Like, first off,
Yeah, yeah.
I
Offended.
have never once confirmed or denied my sexuality to anybody but my friends, especially not on social media,
Exactly.
right? Never. So,
Yeah, it's not my
therefore,
business, dude. It's not.
therefore, he just
Yeah.
assumed. So here's problem one. He assumed by how I dress and who
Yeah.
I look like or who I hang out with.
Yeah.
He assumed my sexuality based off of that.
Yeah.
Two, he brought it into dirt bikes. Okay, all of this because
Yeah.
MX Force posted something about pride. I'm not a part of any of that. Like, just leave me be. Like, if you want
Yeah.
to think that I'm
Yeah.
getting special treatment because I'm a woman racing in the men's class, go for it. I don't have a problem with that. That doesn't bother me at all. I don't
Yeah.
care. That
Yeah.
that is just pulling and reaching for things to try and bitch at MX
For,
Sports about.
yes. 100,
They
100%. I almost feel
all of
like
this
throwing you into
happened
that whole drama with the pride
exactly.
deal. Like
Mm-hmm.
once SMX or whatever posted all that. People were just
Yep.
they're frothing at the mouth looking for something to attack. You know
Yes.
what I mean?
Well,
So
and that
yeah,
right there
it's
is a good way to get attention from it because, for one, I am the only woman racer, and I was
mhm,
the only woman racer competing in that event. And you can also
mhm,
make some other assumptions to bring more attention to yourself by using my name and
mhm,
also adding something to it. Leave me out of that.
mhm.
I want no part of that. Like I said, if you want to, if
I just
you
want, I just
think
want to ride my dirt bike. Just let me ride my
like
dirt bike, dude.
yeah, like all of this happened because I think
Yeah.
on the tech sheet my name was written in instead of printed in. I signed
Mm,
up for this race before I signed up for the Fox Raceway WMX. Like I signed
mm.
up when it opened, basically. And
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
getting shit for it because they made a mistake on printing and had to write my name in there, and that automatically means I
Yeah.
just magically got in. No. No,
Yeah.
I called MX Sports to make sure there was no conflictions with me racing WMX and the nationals and everything. I
Hmm.
paid my license fee, I paid my entry fee. I showed up.
Hmm.
I signed up early. The if the gentleman that said that I got in because I'm just a woman and I took a spot away from an able-bodied man, tell him to use his computer and sign up on time.
There's that. I think what also compounds this is that MX Sports has been denying like local guys like a lot. I don't know
Yeah.
what the reason is. I don't know what the AMA and like I guys that I know have raced like for example this Southwick coming up. I know a lot of people were like, dude, I've raced this national before. I've
Yeah.
been compliant with everything, and I got denied. So I think there is a problem with AMA and MX Sports that for some reason are denying like a lot more racers,
Well, here's
which
the
I'm
thing.
not. Obviously, we support privateers. You're a privateer.
Yeah.
We
Yeah. Yeah.
support privateers being there, local people being there for sure. I think that also compounds people's like vitriol and anger towards like you take that plus the pride deal plus their whatever other
But that's the thing.
notions and morals they have.
This is where the people that post videos about me and my supposed sexuality, which I'm not going to confirm unless you're my friend, and you need to know.
Yeah, yeah,
Nobody needs to know. It
exactly,
affects nobody. Okay?
exactly.
If you need to know, you'll know. If you don't know,
Facts.
who cares? I'm here to ride dirt bikes. That's it.
Yeah,
But the people that make
exactly.
videos and make posts and stuff like that, do your research. They changed the rules for admitting people. In at least this, I don't know if it was the year prior or if it's just
Mm-hmm.
this year, but before they would allow up to 90, sometimes a little bit more than 90 people sign up for a class. This year it is strict cap at 80. They are not making any special exceptions. Also, in years previous, if you were racing the full series, you would get precedence over everybody else who signed up that was not racing the full series. But you had to pay for it up
Mm-hmm.
front all at once. So
Mm-hmm.
they're not doing that this year. Like I said, I don't know if this is new for this year or if it was last year that they started this. I'm not totally sure because I didn't race it last year. I only did one this year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but now it literally just matters when you sign up. If you do not sign up on time or early enough, they're not going to make special exceptions for you. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
let me rephrase that. They're not going to make exceptions for me. Okay. Now, I can't say anything about the factory teams because that leads me into the next thing I wanted to say. The Cohen brothers.
Mm.
There's rumor that they're racing. You know damn well they didn't sign up at the beginning. Have you not heard this yet?
Yeah. What the heck?
Yeah. So
No.
let's see. Are these people going to be making videos and posts about the Cohen brothers? No, they're not. They're not going to care at all.
No.
Not at all. It's literally just me.
Yeah.
It's just me. I'm here causing problems for
Which,
everybody, apparently.
which, it's also pretty cool that your name can get people all flustered. That is pretty. That's some
Yeah.
baller stuff. So I will say, if you're not pissing people off, you're not working hard enough.
Oh,
So
Dave, come
the
on.
fact
You
that
know
you're
this. I am
just
always pissing people off. Some way or another,
I
I'm
know,
always
right?
pissing people off.
Just
Always.
just seeing Jordan Jarvis up there can start like YouTube revenue. That's pretty
Yeah.
baller. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. So I
Well,
will I will say that. Yeah, you're doing
send the
something right.
revenue my way then, because if this is what it takes to get people to talk
Yeah.
about me, is you know I'll post stuff on my
Mm.
YouTube channel. Hey, you should follow me on YouTube, by the way, guys. Also, Dave. Um, No, but
We're gonna post it below.
yeah, for sure. No, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't. I thought it was. I mean, I had some intention going into it because of the WMX. That's been pulling some attention there, and they had me do a quick video with Haley Shaley. But also part of that was due to me getting landed on at Hangtown and everything like that. Like, how you gonna say you appreciate me
Mm,
riding and being badass and all this kind of stuff on the bike, and then proceed to give me shit for racing? Like,
uh,
it's not
uh,
you. That's not you. Can't say both of those in the same sentence. That doesn't work.
yeah.
That doesn't work at
I,
all.
so I talked about this with AJ on our podcast that we do. I talked about it with AJ where like people like spouting off on, and it's totally separate from this deal, but you see a lot of people talking online, not even people in media, just moto fans in general. And then like in AJ's experience, AJ gets dragged in
Oh
comments.
yeah,
AJ gets dog
yeah,
walked. And like he a lot of times he's like, yeah, they say that, but then when I pull up to a race, they're like, oh hey man, I was a fan. I just wanted to like, I'm really a big fan. I would just talk, and he's like, yeah, they never keep that same energy. I'm a person
yeah,
where it's like I, 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 I love everybody. I got no smoke with anybody. I love everybody. Everybody that's part that contributes to the sport. It makes our sport grow. So I dig it. However, I'm also like keep that same energy kind of guy. So if somebody's popping off and then they want to
yeah,
see me in public, like no, we're not cool. Keep that same energy. Thankfully, no one's really it doesn't happen. I try to keep a positive energy. But if we're out here like and you bring smoke online, bring
yeah.
that smoke in person.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get it right.
Exactly.
So 100%. But yeah, it really does confound me sometimes when it comes to the level of speculation and drama and rumors and stuff that sorts of trickle and spread, and it's
Which is
it's a whole
crazy
thing. But
because
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
go ahead.
Jet Lawrence. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm none of those people. I'm. Why?
Mhm.
Why did like what I was confused about? It was for one. Why would he think that would be a valid argument? Like, of all things to
Yeah.
come up with, like, oh, let's just pick her. Yeah, we can make this argument work.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can make
Yeah.
it work,
Like,
right?
come
She's not your
on, dude.
typical girly girl. We
Come
can make
on.
this argument work.
Yeah.
Um, I
Yeah.
don't know. I
It's
didn't
it's but
understand
it's
that at
such a
all.
weird. Yeah,
Like
to scoot that into the Pride Month thing, like yeah, that one I'm like,
that
that's a
was
reach. That's a
that.
people. That is a
Yeah,
reach.
that was a reach.
Yeah.
And then just the initial Facebook post too. I was like, I guarantee you, if you look at other people, there's other people that you'd be like, how did they get in? Kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember who it was. One of the riders, I think, didn't get any sort of
Mm,
confirmation or whatever. Like, I got a confirmation letter. I can pull that up right now if y'all want to see it. That said,
mm,
you're confirmed for racing High Point. Here's all the stuff that you need to know. Right. I got the confirmation
mm,
email.
mm.
There was somebody else who didn't, I guess, paid his money and didn't hear anything back from him and just showed up and they let him in because somebody else didn't show up. Like, yeah, that's how it works, but like, that's not more suspicious than me. Like,
Mm.
of all things that's suspicious, you think
Yeah.
the me who paid months ago for High
Yeah.
Point, that's suspicious. I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, the whole thing, the
Yeah.
the Facebook post made me laugh. The video kind of pissed me off. Like I said,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
one thing to say
No,
something
I.
because I'm a woman, but bringing sexuality
Yeah.
or anything like that into it, we're here to ride dirt bikes,
Yeah.
right? Dirt
Yeah.
bikes. Who
Exactly.
cares?
Exactly. Yeah.
Who cares?
Exactly.
That
Exactly.
has nothing.
Keep
Who
it
I like
moto.
and don't like has nothing to do with how I can ride a dirt bike at all.
100%.
At all.
Which 100%. Which I will say, watching you ride a dirt bike gives me a complex, but that's a completely separate issue. Um, watching you and Marissa ride, because I know, like, hearing you guys talk and critique yourselves, like, you guys are like, oh yeah, I felt okay, and then I watch the footage back, and I'm like, you freaking dummies! If that's slow, then what am I? I like, you and Marissa make me so angry with that, dude. It drives me insane. However, that's for a completely separate topic, but yeah, that whole thing is crazy.
Okay,
Talk to me a
no,
little bit
Dave.
about
Let me
prep.
jump in here
Sorry,
real
go ahead,
quick.
go ahead.
We
Yeah,
got
yeah, yeah.
we
No,
got a
go ahead.
video idea. All right, guys. I need comments
Okay.
on this one, right? Me and Dave
Mhm.
race. Are we doing this? Me and him are gonna race head to head. Let's see it. We got to get a vote. We got to get
Cool.
a vote. Yeah, come. You pick the track.
Okay, fine, yeah.
You pick the
Head to
track.
head
Dave picks the
race. I
track.
pick the track.
Yep.
You're on a KLX 110. I'm on a 450. That's yeah. Comment below.
No,
Jordan on
come
a
on. At least give me
Thasik.
Yamaha.
Dave on.
Give me an 85. Give me an 85.
Yeah,
Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Jordan's on a PW shaft drive, and Dave Drake's on a super modded Blue Crew 450.
You're gonna look over and you're gonna see me just
Oh my
hanging off the
gosh.
back of the bike.
Just trying for dear life. And
I'm gonna be
somehow I'll
running
still
with
get
it.
beat because I'll play down the corner.
Nah, come on, at least give me a super mini.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Oh, that's so
Give me
funny. That would be
125.
fun.
Give me 125. I haven't ridden a two-stroke in forever. Last time I rode a two-stroke, it was not good. I completely forgot how to use a clutch.
But your 125 days were lethal though.
They
I will say
were, but
that. That thing was a
I have not ridden a
mm,
125 in a very long time.
mm.
Very long time.
I think last time I raced a 125, 2000, and this is gonna make me sound so old. 2006 or seven.
Ooh.
This is like young David, where with I had to have like the starter blocks. I was so little. My dad had to like push my bike for me, but I think that's when that was like my
Dave, do
first
you
year
want to
of
know how old
like
I was
off.
in 2006?
How old were you in 2006?
I was 5.
Oh my
I was 5.
gosh, that makes me angry. That makes me angry.
No,
That
I
makes
was
me
on
angry.
P-dubs. I was on
Uh,
P-dubs. You were on 125s. I was on P-dubs.
yeah, that was yeah. I remember I could not touch. I should have still been on 85s. Like there's no reason why I should have been on. I was so little and I was getting beat. Like I remember pulling up to the line for my first big bike race, and I was like, these men have beards. And I was like, dude, I should not be. I haven't hit puberty yet. Why am I racing this grown ass man with kids? I was like, what am I doing, dude? Dudes are like smoking cigarettes and shit, and like getting ready. I'm like, Daddy, these are big boys, dude. What am I doing out here? Oh, racing grown ass men, dude. Oh man, too funny. But that would be good. A
No,
race would
guys.
be good.
Yeah, we gotta hear some feedback.
Yeah,
I'll race a 125, which
yeah,
I haven't
yeah.
ridden in years. Dave, you can have a 450.
Mm,
It's gotta be Yamaha's though.
okay,
We
deal.
gotta do Blue Crew. We gotta make this
Okay,
happen.
deal.
The
Okay,
collective experience mash up with Blue Crew, one-on-one race.
let's do it. Let's do it.
I think it sounds like a good idea.
WMX Pro versus washed up Joe Schmo. I like that. And the Achilles is feeling pretty. We can ride. The Achilles isn't 100%, but it's better. So
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't need the
Well, you got
crutches
some time.
anymore.
You got
So
some
we're good.
time because I'm a little busy for the next probably 2 months.
Yeah,
So like
yeah. We
October
got Loretta's
time into
prep.
September somewhere in
Yep,
there. Yeah.
yep.
You got some prep time. You got some
Yeah,
time to get
but
ready.
by that time it'll cool down, so I won't need my inhaler
Mm.
as much. But walk me through a little bit of the Loretta's prep before we sign off here. Walk me through a little bit of prep for Loretta's, what you're doing to get ready, and maybe some advice for people of any class that are going to the ranch for the first time, or maybe going to the ranch looking to have success for the first time. Kind of give me both of those hits.
Yeah, honestly, my prep this year is gonna look pretty different than it normally would. I am doing my absolute best to try and figure out what is going on with my back and why I'm in so much pain with it.
Mm,
Chiropractor helps for a couple days and then the pain comes back. I actually
mhm.
just went to the chiropractor the other day and they told me they couldn't crack my back because of the hematomas. So I am
Mm,
scrambling now because that was my only relief that I was getting. Um,
mhm.
a nice hot bath sounds great, but that makes the hematomas worse. So I'm just kind
Uh,
of I'm hitting walls every which direction that I go. So I've got a doctor's appointment tomorrow for my hand just to double check my finger to make sure that's good. I'm still
mhm.
wearing a brace. I take it off at night to give myself a little breather. Um,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm
That makes
gonna
sense.
basically just be trying to make sure I'm completely healthy.
Mhm.
As important as Loretta's is, there is 3 WMX races that come immediately after that. So there's not
Mm,
going to be really any time to recover after Loretta's. So being healthy is the most important thing for me at the moment.
yeah.
So bike work, getting healthy, try to ride a little bit as much as I can without it causing me too much pain anyway. Hopefully get an MRI here in the next couple days and get back into a doctor. I don't know what it's like there in Texas, Dave, but here in Florida, it is
Hmm.
impossible to get in to see doctors here in a timely manner. I
Yeah.
called my normal
It's
ortho
it's tougher.
last week, last week to see
Hmm.
if I could get in with their spine specialist or whatever. She came back to me and she
Hmm.
was like, the soonest we can get you in is August 14th. I was like,
Oh,
that
that could
doesn't
hurt.
work for me. So
Yeah.
I pulled up my insurance's app and I was scrolling through names, calling all kinds of doctors, all orthopedic that have anything to do with spines, trying to get something in.
Mm,
So I went to the doctor today, working on getting an MRI.
mm,
The insurance needs to approve it. Oh, they better improve it
mm.
because I have my appointment in 2 days
Yeah.
for my MRI. So they better approve it hopefully pretty soon.
Yeah.
And then after that, hopefully get into a doctor fairly quickly. So if there is anything that needs to be
Mm.
done, which honestly at this point, I'm kind of hoping there is something wrong so I can fix it, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
exactly. So like a
Because
plan of attack to to
yeah,
get
because
better.
right
Yeah.
now, I've seen a couple of different chiropractors. They're like, yeah, you just need to work on your core. Like it's your core. That's why I keep sliding out. Like you're back out of position. I'm like, okay, but
Mm,
that for one, that not it sounds bad, but it's not an easy fix. And also that means I'm
mm,
gonna have to be in excruciating pain trying to build my core muscle up, which sounds horrific. Doesn't it's already not
mm.
fun going to the gym anyway.
Yeah.
Then add that on top of it. So that's not any fun. So I'm kind of hoping it's something that they might be able to help with. I don't know, maybe like an
Mm.
injection or something. Something I miss riding my dirt bike the way I used to because I'm really noticing that
Yep.
I'm not riding it the way I normally do, and it's so frustrating because there's
Injuries
nothing that can help with it.
injuries suck. For sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
injuries suck. The losing like that, I don't know, like the time off the bike just feels so miserable, and then that letting knowing that this injury is inhibiting you and hindering you from riding the way that you want to ride, true potential, like that. That's what kills me.
normally
That's one of the
it's
tough things.
like I don't know how to phrase it, and normally it's like an extremity or something like that, like
Mm,
my hand, let's say that, right? There's ways that I can
mm,
get pressure off of it so it doesn't hurt as bad. I can pat it, I can not have my hand like that finger around the bar, stuff like that. Same thing with your foot. If it's your foot or something like that, you can kind of take some weight off. You can be on your toes or take it off when you know it's going to be a hard hit or something. I can't
mm,
do anything with my back. Sitting for ruts
mm,
hurts, jumping hurts, landing hurts, bending down hurts. I can't even pick up my bike right now because it hurts.
mm,
So it's all over the place. It's absolutely miserable. That's what I've been dealing with the last couple weekends.
mhm.
I I've been worried riding. I was like, oh, I better not fall because if I fall, this is going to be miserable. Because like at High Point, I
Yeah.
burned the absolute crap out of my so nice FXR gear because I was tucking my foot
Mm,
underneath of my bike to help me get it up so I can get up quicker, and burned it so bad on the knee. I was like, oh
dude,
man, that was some nice gear right
I
there.
I hate I love getting the new FXR stuff. So shout out to our joint
Yeah,
sponsor FXR. They are I'm sure you agree with this, Jordan. They have some of the best customer service. Their reps are phenomenal. It really feels like a family, and they
yeah.
have some of the sickest gear. Jordan and I aren't built like stick figures, so they fit the curves. They keep us looking good, and we appreciate them for that. So thank you, FXR.
The vapor
It's
line is
nice.
awesome. That's the really,
Oh
really
my
thin stuff
gosh,
me
it's
and you were
so
talking.
good.
That's the stuff that I burned.
Yep.
That's the stuff that I burned. I
Jeez.
was like, no.
I would be. Yeah, I would be
So
so bummed. But their
upset.
stuff is so good. And for once, like I know people hear me blabber about FXR all the time, but like even for like even if you see it on the rack somewhere,
Yep.
guarantee you it's going to be on the more affordable side than some of the other brands and other kits. So we're
Yep.
supporters of it. We highly suggest you go grab yourself some. We might even put a promo code in the description below, so go check those guys out. But my pants are currently at Somnium Racing. Shout out to Colton over there, Mr. Colton Barney, getting a custom butt patch put on.
There
I'm
you go.
going with the most soft. I'm going with the most soft butt patches ever, JJ. I'm taking the heat off you and putting it on me because I got something that people are gonna be like, bro, Dave, that's
What is it?
borderline. But like,
We gotta
exactly.
know. What is it?
So I think so. This one he's putting on for me. I got another kit coming. This one he's putting on for me. There's this song by Sailor called "Hey Pookie," and it's such a girly girl song. But I literally have a portrait of her, and it says "Hey Pookie" underneath it from Love Match. And my next one is either gonna say I think AJ. I lost the bet to AJ, so I have to either have it say like the Moto Academy or Johnny keeps it cool. But I think I might just omit it and just do like the fingernail polish emoji. I was like that would be pretty tough though. But I don't know if Mary might be like David. Come on.
You should put you
So
no. I got it. You should put AJ's name, like just AJ, and then the fingernail emoji next to it, and then Moto Academy on the
dude,
bottom. Like put a
I
hashtag
should.
underneath of it, and then put Moto Academy. So there you're still
I
fulfilling your bet.
should.
You're just adding to it. Oh,
Exa-
he's gonna message me
a
after
little,
this and be
like a
like,
little
Jordan.
zhuzh, yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna be like,
Come on.
Jordan, stop giving Dave ideas. Oh no, you should do that, and then
Oh,
I
that
should
would
do
be.
something like High Point Pride or
Ugh.
something like that, just to round off, make it
Oh,
make
that
it
would be
interesting.
amazing. Just to piss everybody off, dude. That would
Oh,
be
yeah,
that would be
absolutely, absolutely.
hilarious.
That's what I live for,
Oh,
Dave. I
I
piss
love
everybody off without doing anything, so why not at least do something to have a little fun with it?
it. Exactly. I love that. I love that. That is too good. JG, this is fun, dude. This was great. I had no idea the drama went that deep. I
Oh
I
yeah,
I knew surface level, but digging down is awesome. We got to get some of the other girls to hop on. Like
yep.
we gotta get Jamie on here so we can bother her
Oh yeah,
and annoy
yeah. We
her
can do
and
that for sure.
nonstop. So yeah, we got some cool things coming. JJ, we're gonna link all your stuff below, but where can people follow along with you and what can they expect from you in the next couple of months?
Yeah, you can follow along. My Instagram is JJJordan30. I'm on Facebook. If you didn't hear from the past conversation, I am on Facebook. Jordan Jarvis, female motocross racer, I believe. I'm on TikTok. I don't remember my name on that. I want to say it's underscore or J Jordan 30 or I don't know. I'll get you that if you need it. But I'm on basically
We'll link
everything.
it. We'll link it.
Yeah, I'm on basically everything. Honestly, who knows? You never know where you're going to see me at. There's talks of me going back over to Australia for the GP at the end of the year. So I might be back over in Australia down under. Didn't get
Okay.
enough of them the first time. I need to go back a second time this year. Although the plane ride really sucked.
Brutal,
Really sucked.
brutal plane ride.
Hey guys, if anybody wants to help, maybe bump me up to first class. So super super expensive, but I definitely want to go back over. I'd like to get another showing with the GPs. I think I got a pretty good shot. Podium would be pretty sick. Obviously, a win would be ideal, but a podium would be pretty sick, so that'd be cool. But I'll be at Loretta's. I'll be at the WMX rounds. I might even pop up into Canada at some point. Not sure about that one yet. Money. It's going to depend on money. So you never know. I'm going to be all over the place. Dave, I'm coming to see you at some point. We got this one-on-one race that we got to film. We got to make this happen. So you never know where I'm going to be. I'm going to be everywhere. But yeah, if you see me, come say hi. Come, hang out, talk for a little bit. I love meeting everybody. Let's try not to start any more drama. But if you're going to do it, like Dave said, come talk to me about it, man. Come talk to me. I'm full of jokes. I'll laugh along with you as long as you tell me and not the world. But no, I'm all over the place, Dave. This is dangerous. Dave, this is dangerous. We are going to get into some trouble. We are going to get into some trouble.
Yeah.
For sure.
Make sure you follow JJ. And yeah, she's right. There's going to be tons of shenanigans, mischief, and drama because always happens when JJ and I get around each other. So
absolutely.
I'm stoked for this. We're going to have some more of this for sure. I'm stoked to see what JJ can do in the next couple of months, getting better. We're going to keep you guys updated. We're going to try to do this on a regular basis. Again, shout out to our amazing sponsors. We're going to link those guys below. Collective Experience, guys. If you want to do some cool stuff in the sport, head to thecollectivexp.com, where you guys can work with riders just like Jordan Jarvis and so many others and get your start in the sport, whether it be mechanic support, videography, program management, content creation, and more. We help so many interns get their start in the industry, which leads to some amazing gigs. Or you just want to hang out and be a VIP, we got a program just for you as well that we currently curate that is custom for every individual. So let us know how we can make your Moto dreams come true. JJ, we're going to do this again.
Absolutely.
We're going to talk super soon. I'm excited for this one. And we're going to cut it up, and you guys better comment and like
Absolutely.
it.
We need some comments about this one-on-one race for sure. And absolutely, we definitely need to get some more of the WMX class in here, because everyone's super cool. We got a great group of people. We've got all kinds of personalities and everything like that, so that would be interesting to get them in here with me and you and see if we can loosen them up a little bit and joke around like me and you do. But no, I forgot to say this before, but if you are making it to Loretta's and it is your first time going, don't stress. Don't stress. You got the hard part done. The hard part is making it. Once you're there, you're there. You are one of the best in the world. We've got people that come from all over the place for this one race that we have here in the middle of Tennessee. And you are one of the best, in your group. You're absolutely one of the best. So go have fun. There's a river there. Go float down the river. You got ice cream. You got ices. You get to see some pro riders and stuff like that. Enjoy it. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Don't stress out about it too much. And if you are one of the ones fighting for a podium or a win, you still got to enjoy it. It's very, very easy to fall down that rabbit hole and let the emotions take over and really lose sight of what you are accomplishing just by being there alone, let alone fighting for a gold or a silver or a bronze. It is a big, big deal to get there in the first place. And if you're there, what more can you ask? So just go have fun. Try not to stress out too much. If you do good, you do good. If you don't, you're having a good time while you're doing it at least. Go get some ice cream afterwards. There's something that's going to make your week better. You just got to have fun.
The sage advice from a Loretta Lynn champion. So you're not going to get it more straightforward than that.